Welcome to this final part of Diaspora Scholars TV, where we are tracing the story of Stiffin Ndungu, who came from Kenya, a high school teacher, and then he became a historian at some point. He's not taken a break since 2011. That is 13 years down the road as a student, but it comes down to this. Where does he want to go? In this section, we talk about Stiffin Ndungu and how he's juggling his life on a day-to-day basis. He's actually a father who came to the U.S. together with his daughter. What's the name of your daughter?
My daughter is, her name is Akisha Nayara.
Akisha Nayara.
She's 10 years old.
10 years old.
Yeah. And, she's a great young girl, a big motivator for me.
She must be.
She checks on me when I overstudy in the evening. She tells me, "Dad, go and sleep."
Wow.
And, that's something very important for me, because she cares about me as much as I care about her.
For sure you do.
Yeah.
For sure you do, because you came to the U.S. with your daughter.
I came to the U.S. with my daughter.
Wow. I think for those fathers out there who think that you can't do this, ask Stiffin Ndungu.
It's doable.
It's doable.
It's doable.
How do you do it? I mean, because in our African tradition, the way they put it, it's like fathers take a back seat in the rearing of the kids, and they just provide, but you have to be there because the mother isn't really here, but so you have to play both roles, right?
Yeah, and like I'm saying, it's doable because you set your mind to do it.
Yeah,
and there's no reason whatsoever.
You have to keep going.
We should neglect one side for the other.
Okay.
If you plan well, you can juggle everything. You can do your studies. It's a stretch doing PhD studies, but if you're well focused, it's doable. You can do your studies. You can support your family and still achieve success on both ends.
You have to achieve success in both ends. I figured the studies, and you also are you a teaching assistant?
Yeah, I'm also doing my teaching job. I design the course. I do lectures, and like I'm saying, it takes a lot of discipline, and the biggest part of the discipline is focus.
Biggest part of it is focus.
Yeah, focus.
Oh wow, yeah. Wow! And congratulations for that. And
yes.
I mean, you are worth emulating. And the way you speak is very clear that you are really determined to move on, no matter what. And keep doing what you are doing.
It's a fired rocket.
It's a fired rocket.
It doesn't stop.
I think historians shouldn't say it's a fired rocket. Historians, somebody said they study a lot about war as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. What do you want to do after you finish your PhD?
I have a number of things I want to do. First and foremost, I'm an educator. So I see myself remaining in the education field. And it's through education that I inspire other people, my students. I have a very cordial relationship with my students, even now, even in the past. And I think my future plan is to still go back to class, to the lecture halls, and inspire more students. The other thing is I'm dedicating myself like a full-time researcher on Mau Mau history. We have not done justice to Mau Mau history, and we've been able to pick it.
Yeah.
Out of all these books that are lying here, we have one or two Kenyan scholars.
Yeah, but many of them are, for lack of a better word, foreign scholars,
yeah.
in the perspective of an African scholar, right?
Yeah. And a simple example to this is who tells about the American Civil War? American scholars, because that's their history. Who tells about the Victorian Wars? British scholars. So I feel like we have not done our part in terms of telling the African Mau Mau history. And I see a future where the young people will be embraced to understand the Mau Mau history, to embrace it, and even tell it. Because scholarship is just about that, telling history in different forms.
Yeah.
And that's something we've not done. I believe that with the right support, Mau Mau history would continue being relevant, not just to outsiders.
Yeah.
Because as it now, it's much more important to outsiders than insiders. If we put resources and the right support, it will be very important even to the insiders, and that is to the Kenyans.
Kenyans are the insiders.
Yeah.
The history of the Mau Mau was about fighting for their freedom.
For their freedom.
For us to maintain the freedom, then we must write the history and pass it on so that we learn from it.
And, you know, we don't have a choice.
We don't have a choice, you say?
We don't have a choice, because what happens with history is, and I say this, you either make history or you are history.
Okay,
you don't have a choice.
Or that means you are past tense.
Yeah. And you are as good as your history. If we don't embrace Mau Mau history, if we don't own it, then we've lost as a country. Because Mau Mau history is us.
Mau Mau history is us.
Yeah, Kenyans.
Yeah. Kenyans, if you are watching, you heard it all. It is time, it's a wake-up call. It's time to be able to write our history and make it right. It's about also enjoying the freedom within the limits of what our forefathers actually fought for. And that is also courtesy of Stiffin Ndungu, who's really committed to do this no matter what. He's extremely resilient. And, you know, you heard it, you know, he's also a single father, and he's doing it strong. I know sometimes they evokes painful memories, but but for him, I think he's able to learn from history, and apart from that, he's also able to inspire the next generation of scholars. So if you want to be able to reach out to Stiffin Ndungu, if you want actually indeed even to offer any kind of support, reach out to him through this channel, or simply go find out Stiffin Ndungu, Department of History, West Virginia University, located in Morgantown, West Virginia. It's been a pleasure. It's been a it's been a great pleasure. You know, when I was driving to come here, you know, with Dr. James Omweri, who's my cameraman today, he told me, let's go find out about Stiffin Ndungu, because you are really an inspiration, you know, all through a life as a teacher, a family man, somebody who was able to look behind and say, I'm going to leave behind this well-paying job and go out there actually to fight for your country. What has come out to me very clearly is that you are determined to provide real historical facts for Kenya. You really decided that it's not going to be about my job. It's not even actually my family. It's not about me. That's not you. You know, you said it's not about yourself, but it's actually about your country. That's why all this is all about, you know, our country, Kenya. It's all about making history right, and that's really commendable. And if you're watching, if you are from the government of Kenya, this is Stiffin Ndungu. He can be reached through the Department of History, West Virginia University, or through the Kenya Scientists in Diaspora.com, where we'll put his profile and a link to be able to reach him for any kind of support, and indeed also to influence policy as far as preservation of Kenyan history is concerned. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And we'll come again. We'll continue watching how you're doing, and good luck in everything else you're doing.
Thank you so much. As we said, Morgantown, country roads lead home.
All country roads lead home, and that home is Morgantown.
Right here in Morgantown.
On the mountains.
In the mountains.
In the mountains. All right. Mountains, all right. Thank you so much. And yeah, so we'll link up again.
All right.
Viewers, remember also to subscribe as well, because we want to be able to bring you more and more stories about Stiffin Ndungu and many more scholars all over, from all over the U.S. In the next 2 weeks, we shall be in Phoenix, Arizona, to also trace the lives of other scholars in Phoenix, Arizona. We are leaving West Virginia tonight. Yesterday, we were in Youngstown, Ohio, and it doesn't just stop there. We are just getting started. We'll be on the road. We'll be on flights. We'll take trains. Wherever you are, we are coming for you. If you want to be able to be featured on this show, again, reach out to us via the comment section or go through the KenyaScienceInDiaspora.com website and send us an email. We'll be able to feature you on this show. My name is Dr. Fidelis Ndombera. They call me Daktari. Goodbye.